right.
The people in the chat are worried about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Why are they worried about me?
They're concerned that I'm going to murder you in your sleep.
Well, I mean, I'm very intrigued. I've never been more intrigued ever any time than this show right now. Because I am intrigued in what you have planned. Because I assumed that you were going to either be trying on the Mrs. Claus outfit.
I've tried on the Mrs. Claus outfit.
Or that we would have a picture of you with Miss Claus outfit on. That would be one of the images on the split screen. Or that you would have a full show ready as to why everything that we've been teasing is not going to be happening.
You've been teasing. I have not teased that,
right.
and every time you've teased it, I've said,
I'm a very principal member of the show, Alice.
Right. Yeah, and I've said no every
we talked about
I've
it
said
today.
It to you privately.
You tried it on today. You tried it on today, and your
and what
sister
did I say
said
that I was going to do?
Right, but you did not. You were not. There was nowhere firm. Okay, fine. So you're not gonna be putting that on.
I told you I'll wear that for you anytime privately. I think it's lovely. I think it's fun. I am not going to be wearing it on this show. It is underwear. It is lingerie.
It's not underwear. It's from party place or whatever. It's not underwear. There was an underwear option that we both looked at and skipped because we picked that option. Now, so it's not even that so much that, although you looked great in it, that.
Thank you, honey. I'm glad you think so. Okay. I told you I'll wear it for you anytime. Just not on camera on the internet. I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
Okay? And I think I've been consistent on this issue.
Not really.
Yes, I really have.
Not really.
I really have. I've said no 1,000 million times.
We had a big debate about it today.
And I said no.
We had a big debate about it today with your sister and her boyfriend. And you tried it on. And it seemed like you were certainly flexible today. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just wish, you were so cool with this kind of thing a little bit ago.
What kind of thing? The St. Pauli girl thing was clothing. It was a Halloween costume that was a little bit low cut that made sense with the show. That was an ongoing running joke in the show, not just I'm going to dress up my wife in slutty lingerie and put it on the internet for likes. Like, I mean, what are you trying to do?
That's exactly what the St. Pauli girl was. Too, Alice. It's the same thing. Yes, it was.
It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
Same. That was a Halloween costume that's meant to be worn out of the house by human beings.
That's the worst possible, like, shitty way to say it. I am.
What's the nice way?
The nice way is the real way. Like your sister mentioned today, is that I'm thrilled that somehow you've got this kick-ass body in the last few months that you have never had since I've known you, ever, even in the very beginning. And it's ridiculous. And because I'm immature, what guys do is show respect to other guys by saying, look how great she looks. And to women, too. And that's it, Alice. It wasn't you with, me having a leather glove around your mouth with a ball gag and you with nipple chains, Alice. It's simply a Mrs. Claus party outfit. That's all it is. It's a little naughty.
It's not really a party outfit. I don't know what kind of parties you go to. You're going to, what's the freaking Tom Cruise, Stanley Kubrick movie with Nicole Kidman in it? Is that the type of party that you go to?
Yes,
that's the type of party that outfit belongs at.
That's right.
Okay?
The $26
like a burn barrel type of party.
The $26 Halloween store, widely manufactured, one that Paige Spiranac wears. You saw her wear.
Paige Spiranac wears it. She also has an OnlyFans. I'm not on that.
But she's not. That's not. That picture's not an OnlyFans. That's just It's a naughty thing that people wear, Alice. Okay, that's fine. It's fine that you don't want to wear it. That's fine. But it seemed like till today you would, and then the fact that you're utterly humorless about it has me think. That's what I'm blown away by. And that's why I'm like, okay. So what did you want to talk about today? Because I was going to talk about the goods and bads and ins and outs of that, but you're apparently
going
hardline.
I'm talking to you about it right now.
Yep.
We're talking about it right now. We've talked about everything there is to talk about.
You know what? That sucks because you had a chance to be a good a good sport. And you chose not to.
A good sport.
In any other way, you could have come with any other creative solution.
I didn't want to wear that. And I'm wearing a pretty Flattering top, I would
What's
say
this,
tonight.
OnlyFans? Why would you be wearing a flattering top? I don't get it.
I have a comfort level like anybody else. I think I've been pretty consistent about this. Every time I've tried it on, I said I'm not comfortable wearing this on the show. I've been very, very clear about this to you. We've
Not
tried it on
really.
together. We've discussed it. We tried it on today with my sister. We talked
You've
about
been
it. I
up
said
here,
no.
like, secretly cutting up sound that I have no idea for what. Well, I've been doing the business of the household, including feeding people and moving trash, some trash that's not even ours, around. I've been doing stuff. I assume that you had some kind of good sport alternative. That's why I came up with the other alternative solution, which you've nixed.
The alternative solution was also me putting me in the outfit on the internet.
Well, I have to apologize to you guys that I teased something and that
I
Alice
think I
didn't
was
show up
pretty
for it.
clear with you about what I was showing up for
Well,
or not.
The end of the days of me being proud about how beautiful you look and telling that to people, those are over. That is over. Over. It's fine.
That's nice, honey.
It's fine.
That's
Makes things
great.
easier. I'll save money and clothes.
Anyway, the Christmas show that I was going to do.
Oh, I can imagine. Okay, bridge the gap from where expectations are to this cavern now we're facing of content.
The cavern of content. I was gonna have a good time on this show with you, but I feel like I don't even want you to play the audio that I sent you because I feel like you're just gonna you're trying to make it a hard time on purpose.
I didn't make it a hard time whatsoever. I just had the rug pulled out from under me.
You did not. I have told you about this for freaking days. We have discussed this for a long time. I prepared an alternative show. You did not, and I feel like you're gonna.
Okay, I'm not aware. Alice, I'm not aware of the alternative show.
I know the alternative show is.
I had
a
show.
I didn't tell you what they were, and I wanted you to play them. That was what I was doing, but because I knew that this was going to happen because you're like in denial. Because every time I say no to you, you for some reason hear yes.
Because you weren't saying no vociferously.
I was.
No. I didn't even need you to put the thing on. We could have had the still shot. That was it. And then I would have delivered on what I promised. Alice, I've already made the transaction of a low-level tawdry, sex trafficker. I've already done it and paid the moral price for it, and on the internet. So at least I could deliver the goods to the customer. That's it.
Well, there's another human being involved in this transaction that is not comfortable with that and has told you that for days. So you also could have worked out an alternative plan for days.
I had one today.
Which also involved me, and I said no to that too.
You wore that thing today in front of people.
Yeah, in front of people that I know, not like the entire internet.
Somebody got to you. Somebody got to Alice.
Somebody got to me?
Somebody got to Alice. That's what this is. And it's not your sister. I love Jane. I do. I love her more than you now.
Stop. Anyway.
And Mike.
Mike made good decisions and didn't get in the middle of the debate about this.
Yes, but Mike's also right, because he can't say he wants to see the cleavage of his girlfriend's sister, Alice. Yeah. Mike is all survival instincts. So if you guys haven't met Mike, meet Mike. He's a smart guy and a good guy and a fun guy.
Morgan feels Leslie got to me. That's what he says in the chat.
Morgan? I'm not going to name names, and I don't have any information because this is a surprise to me, too.
It's not a surprise to you,
I would suggest this, Morgan.
I have said this to you every
I would suggest this,
time.
Morgan.
I have said this to you all along. I said
Morgan?
it looked too much like lingerie. I wasn't comfortable with it. I wasn't going to be wearing it on the show. This has been the conversation the entire time.
Can I communicate with
our
friend?
Communicate with Morgan.
Morgan, I don't have any info, but I would say you are on the right track. That kind of information. Anyway, okay. That's fine. I don't know you. That's fine. I feel as if you just made out with the UPS driver and I don't really wow, really, Alice? But it's so fine. So what's this Alice want to talk about?
So I sent you some things. Can you?
I've got them.
Why don't you play the first one I sent you?
Why are you using sex voice? I like it.
Sex voice?
Yeah.
What's a sex voice?
Plus, you've had a couple of cocktails today. Is that true or not true?
I had a few drinks today. Yeah, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas
Oh,
to you.
it's Christmas? No, Alice. I mean, that works for New Year's Eve and Mardi Gras. I don't know if that means Christmas means
I also, by the way.
what did you do to save the world today? What did you do to save the world? By the way, I apologize once again, everybody, for Alice being fully overclad. But those days are over. The days of us appreciating her beauty are over. That's fine. This is blocked unreported from now on.
Stop. I was just going to tell you that, by the way, I was up until 5:30 a.m. making Christmas happen for everybody. And then I was yelled at 7:30 a.m. that I was not up for Christmas.
You weren't yelled at, but you would be...
No, you were pretty freaking abrasive to me this morning.
Well, I mean, Alice, the point of Christmas is not to be up till 5:30. It's to be up at 7:30 because there are kids downstairs opening stuff. That's it.
They weren't opening stuff yet. They didn't open
Yes,
stuff
they
for
did. They
another
were
2
down
hours
there.
as
No,
I sat on
they
the
were
couch
down
and you
there.
ran around and did other things.
Right. I was running Christmas.
Okay. And who was doing
This
the
is
other
our last
stuff?
show and our last day of marriage. I can't wait. Do I get money if I divorce you?
No.
Oh, if I get an
We're
apartment.
going to be so freaking poor.
If I get an
we
apartment in
divorced.
Newburyport, if I was single, oh man, I'm thinner now. If I could just lose 40 more pounds, then I'd be on the market. I don't know. Plus, everybody can have sex on the internet now. I mean, on apps. What's the app I get? What's the best app, guys? I have a friend who's
They're
who's
pretty
newly
terrible
single,
on the app.
and some of the people that they're trying to set him up with, like the Match.com app or whatever it is, it's utterly horrific. So don't Match.com. Let's get this going now.
Okay.
Don't set me up with my equivalent. That's not what we're trying to do here. Don't set me up with who I deserve. Set me up with who I desire. Like my new girlfriend and Twitter friend and follower, Paige Spearneck, who I'm engaged to be married to, who's not afraid to wear skimpy outfits. Like my wife used to not be afraid.
It's not afraid.
Yes, well, I love her.
It has nothing to do with afraid. You want to play the clip I sent you or no?
Which one?
I just play the first one. I just was finding some stuff that I thought would be fun for us to listen to, okay?
Okay. Alice got these cuts. I don't know what they are. I can tell you one thing. This one's 8 minutes and 40 seconds long.
It's worth it.
Just think. It's worth it, huh? Just think, Alice.
If you don't like it, you can
Alice,
stop. You have the cut. You're in
This
control.
would be, do you realize that when I was 23 years old or 24 years old, I was pretty much destined to marry my girlfriend at that time. It was a true love story, et cetera, yada, yada. My parents loved her, this, that, everything was something. I was all set. And I went to her place in the North End, and she was enticing, et cetera, and she decided that she wanted to like have a cuddle night, where I was under the impression, with great evidence, that we were going to have a carnal knowledge evening. And after she summoned me over to her place in the North End and then gave me the stop sign, she said, well, I still want you to stay here. And I thought, you know what I did?
What did you do?
I said, no, I'm not going to stay here. And during the walk home, I said to myself, so me and this young woman just got back together. She had dumped me. You need context because this is cold. She had dumped in the middle of we had been gone out for a few years. She was living in Boston. She came over and she said, Tom, I'd like to, she's the one who talks like this. She said, Thomas, I'd like to have lunch with you today. Do you mind? And I said, no, that's fine. She said, I'll take you out to Legal Seafood. We'll meet at the Public Garden in Boston. She was very much like that. And I said, oh, okay. So I just skipped down. I lived in Beacon Hill. Skipped down the Lakecorn Street, very picturesque Boston, and left on Charles Street, right on Beacon, cross to the Public Garden. I go there and I meet her, and I sit down with her. This is she. By the way, we are destined to be married. It was already done. We'd been through everything with each other. She said to me, Thomas, I want to have a word with you. As we're sitting on the bench, I'm waiting for lunch and excited about lunch now. She said, Thomas, I have something to tell you. And I hope you take this all right. And I said, what? We'll call her S.
Okay.
I said, what? And she said, I've fallen out of love with you. She said that just like that. She's the same one who, when she just fell in love with me, said, I didn't want you to know that I was fond of you. Well, now imagine the waspiest girl in the world. Real high waspy forehead. She said, I've fallen out of love with you. I'm sorry about that. And I want to break up. I want to end the relationship, or at least put it on pause for a bit, while I live my life and look around and see if I can find happiness. And I said, S, are you serious? She said, yes, unfortunately, I'm serious. I'm sorry. And that's when I put a few pounds on. I might have had a beer here and there, and she was like salty about it. And I was underachieving generally in life. So she had on merit, fine. And then I was like devastated because it was a hit. Because it was, we're going to lunch. I'm meeting at a park bench in the public garden. Next thing I know, I got a bullet in the head. And then she stands up and says, Thomas, would you still like me to take you to lunch? And I said, no, that's okay. And she said, well, give it some time. And, maybe if you improve, we can talk in a few months, etc. So that was my mission. I was supposed to get better and look better. So then I went on so she's gone. She dumped me. I couldn't believe it. I saw my friend Mike now, who's subsequently been dumped by his own wife. So he is now single. He's probably watching now. And I met my friends at a bar on Tuanua, somewhere near Fenway Park. I said, I can't believe it. Like, they started like, what are you doing? And I said, guess what? I have nowhere to be tonight. You know why? Because I don't have a girlfriend anymore. It was unbelievable to me. I didn't have a girlfriend anymore. It was over. And so then I said, okay, so now I'm single. And so I was single. And I thought, I gotta be better and look better. So I improved my career a little bit. I lost weight. I bought a little workout uniform that swished very loudly.
Good, that's important.
And I got in. I went on an all chili diet. I invented this diet and lost a lot of weight. I started to look great. I had my friend Mike, the same friend. His friends, these Polish girls who were all gorgeous, all gave me pep talks and became my dating coach. And I started to date very successfully, including some cute women who worked where I worked. I started to date, and I was at one point, I had some options now, and I was like, holy God, I'm young. I look better than I've looked ever. I am now hooking up here and there with beautiful women, or work with me. And I'm like, geez, this is great. This is great. And I was with my friends. We all were going out 3 months later. We're walking down the steps at Faneuil Hall. I'd whipped myself into shape. I had the total different style thing going. I think all of us had these leather jackets or whatever. I don't know. We thought we were cool, but we were out in Boston club, top ranked form. We were young men who were handsome and out on the prowl. And I ran into my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, and her friends. And she said, oh, hi, Thomas. How are you? And I said, good. She said, oh, well, you look nice. You look good. I hope things are well. And I said, yeah, things are great. I'll see you in a bit. So I left her, and then she called up and she said, why don't you come over? She said, I noticed you've really changed. You've really turned your fortunes around. You really look great. And why don't you come over? I think that we should be intimate together and get back together. And I said, oh, well, okay, that's fine. So I went over to the North End, to her house on Elma Street, wherever it was. We go in there, we start to be intimate, and she said, oh, Thomas, you know what, forget it. Let's just cuddle, like I just said, get back to it. And I said, no, why am I here just cuddling with you after you let me go when I could be out with the boys doing more than cuddling with somebody else without your effing hang-ups? because at that point I realized, having been out there for a little, what a joyless person she was.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cuddle. Fuck you. Go cuddle with yourself. Leave me alone. I am in my 20s. I am having the time of my life. Sorry about that swear. I didn't really swear. I think I
you said this way.
It was a pinch. I pulled it back. How could you possibly do and that was the end. And then she then spent the next month totally heartbroken that she couldn't believe it. And that was the end. It was like that person that she had been supplanted by other people. I think this whole story was to teach you a lesson, right? I don't know where the parallel is exactly. Do you?
That I'm in the wrong and betrayed you.
Although you continued to be consistently romantically amorous. I mean, that to a fault. So you're not going to lose me for that. That is one thing. I am not. I mean, I can't imagine that there's another one of you out there. Sorry if your mom's listening. Sorry, Pamela. But and I don't mean that. Well, see, so you have no problem with me saying that.
No.
You are a contradiction.
So why can't I sometimes have a boundary occasionally?
Because I want to show off to the guys, Alice. I want to show off. I want to show them. It makes me cool. Being cool to the guys is all that matters in life. That's my religion. I just want them to think I'm cool.
Okay.
Can you please take your shirt off?
No. We want to play my clip?
Okay.
Or start playing it. See what you think. If you hate
Here's
it,
another reason
stop.
why Alice Shattuck is such a good wife. All of that I include another woman and sex with the other woman, and she's willing to tolerate it just to play her clip. She's sitting here. Jesus, Alice. I think this is what's called a toxic dysfunctional relationship, but it might also be the best relationship. I don't know. Would you like me to play your clip? You really look cute. You pain in the ass. God. Pain in the ass. Why are you laughing so much? You should have... Oh, wozicles. What do we got happening over there, Alice?
Sorry, go ahead, play the clip.
Why are you laughing?
Just Sam, I don't know. Somebody in the chat, I think Morgan's in the chat said I'm dressed like a Subaru driving lesbian from Vermont, and it looks good.
It does look
good. And Damien
good.
agreed that it's a good shirt, actually.
It is a good shirt. Can you open it a little bit so I can get a picture for the
plenty open.
tease?
It's fine.
Alice, give me something for reparations, please. Little reparations. Can you open a little bit?
Okay, are you good?
Okay, I'll tweet this out for reparations.
Okay. Can you play my clip or no?
Hold on, Alice. Hold on. Okay.
Are you good?
I am tweeting, Alice. Can you fill, please?
I have content to fill with that I created that you could play, and then you could tweet to your heart's content, because I have 8 minutes of content that you can play and we can react to if you would like. But you're not going to. Instead, you're tweeting first and making me feel like an idiot. And maybe you'll send your tweet eventually.
I would have gone for the laundry if I were you, Alice. Sorry about that. Okay.
At least
now
it's
that
a
I get
fucking shirt. Okay.
Alice!
Mark the tape.
What are you doing? God, clean it up. Although that's also the turn on. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, to the woman in the North End, I'm sorry about that. She's still not okay. Although I did have a... Oh, forget it. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
We're going to play your audio.
Okay.
So this has been an interesting year for me, and I know it has for you too. I mean, a profound thing to say. It's a freaking pandemic and race riots. Jesus, that's a hot take, Tom. But it's also just been an interesting year, just for, just this life is interesting.
August 30th, 2020, if you're interested.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it sounds like an end of the year thing, like clip. I don't recognize this. I don't remember this. I didn't come out as gay or anything, did I? It's been a busy... Okay. I'm just going to play it, and should I...
Go ahead.
Okay.
Play it.
Stage of your life, you discover new things, and you find yourself in new places, and I find myself in new places this year. So we have... God, am I Chris Hayes or what? So I find myself in new places this year. God, plus... Do I sound like Rachel Maddow now? Oh, my God! It's not the Rachel Maddow monologue. Oh my God.
I like your monologue.
Let's go to Duluth, Idaho. Where's Duluth? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's terrible,
Let's
but
go to Boise, Idaho. Rachel Maddow usually starts it with a very obscure little cabin somewhere, and then brings it around to how that became a multinational corporation, which is doing business with Donald Trump's brother, which is why he's hiding his stuff in the Ukraine and yada yada yada. Okay, so right now there is.
Let's start in West Newbury, Massachusetts.
What's that?
I don't know what the audio did that.
If you I'm sorry, the dog is barking because now it's time to bark, of course. So we've got if you follow this podcast, you know that we've got a bunch of chickens. We had originally 6 guinea hens. And
guinea fowl, because hens are girls.
Oh yeah.
The guinea fowl are straight runs, which means that they're randomly boys and girls. We don't know which are which.
Did we in the pre-show meeting talk about emasculating me on the podcast? Good for you, Tom. I'm directly calibrated with this version of me.
You like you?
Yeah, and I'm in the right too. You're stepping on a condescending attitude. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, honey. I would like everybody to know that I had to fix Tom's lawn tractor today several times.
Oh, we gotta take the battery out. I would have fixed it. I'm giving you. I'm letting you. Animate the role of Rosie the Riveter from World War II. I know how to fix it. Obviously, it's the duodenum
Well, thank
cable.
you for letting me feel good about myself. But I did fix it several times, and then I kind of taught Tom how to fix it so that he could do it on his own.
I can't.
I thought you did it once.
I didn't do it once. I don't know how to do it. That's treacherous, by the way. It's a steep grade. Anyway, so let me get back for folks. So we have 6 guinea fowl. We had 6. One was murdered. One was disabled to begin with and was murdered by our Jack Russell Terrier.
See ya, Dave.
In a slow way while my wife
Dave?
was asleep, and I was handling the kids, working and guarding the chickens. But I'm over it. And then. Let's see what else, and then so now we have 5 guinea fowl,
Right.
and then we have 6 chickens. So one of our chickens is a boy chicken, which is called a rooster.
Exactly, honey.
Okay.
Good science. Yep.
And so the rooster.
So yes, we made purchase of girl chicks, but the sexing of chicks is only 90% accurate. So. Then I did the math out after I brought them home, and if you get 6 and it's 90% accurate, it's about a 50-50 shot that you'll get at least one rooster.
Okay, so we got at least one rooster, and his name is Avocado, and he's a jerk. And I've seen him bully. When we had the disabled guinea fowl, he was bullying that animal, and then he'd bully the other chickens. He's just a total jerk. Good-looking jerk, though.
He is a good-looking jerk. He's a very handsome, fat rooster with very noble plumage. And, I kind of pushed back on Tom for a while and said, look, birds bully other birds. It's what they do. It's called the pecking order. It's natural. It stinks to watch it. And especially when one's a disabled bird that you've been caring for and feeding little sips of water and stuff to try and keep it alive. And then your rooster's stabbing it in the head with his claws. It's not pretty to watch, but it's what birds do, and he can't help it. But then the rooster started bullying the kids, and they get outside, and they're about his size, and he just goes after them. And when he has your 2-year-old crying and crawling backwards into a corner, you lose some of the sympathy for the rooster. So
this is what we would call in the justice system hearsay. This is not a confirmed incident that happened whatsoever.
Testimony
This
is
is the Gulf of
considered
Tonkin,
evidence
something that Alice set up so she'd have a reason now.
Witness
to destroy.
testimony is considered evidence in a court of law.
There's no witness testimony.
Yes,
no,
it's
it's you.
testimony.
No, this did not happen.
We've had to make some decisions.
Right. So judge and jury Shattuck, who you're hearing right now, made some decisions. I am incredibly of sound mind in 2020. You are divisive, murderous. I don't know how I let you get away with it back then, because you were chubby back then too. I didn't want to say anything, but I'm sorry. Now I'm going to say it because I don't get to have we can't share your new hot body with anybody. That's right. I suffered having to have you have a little baby fat for
plenty
years.
Of revealing
Alice,
clothing
for
on
years.
this show for years.
Do you know how it felt to me to have to make love to you while you had 15 extra pounds? Do you know what that feels like? What I went
No.
through?
I can't imagine it.
Well, and shockingly, the rooster has been sentenced to death. And is right now in an ISIS cage in our yard. Oh, this is before it was whacked. You're a sick bastard, Alice. You're a sick bastard. Jesus, that's scary and also attractive. God damn it, I needed help. Separated from the other roosters.
Let me be clear. I don't want to risk. There are a lot of people trying to get rid of roosters right now because a lot of people like us made purchase of chicks.
Yeah, this is explaining away the mass graves right here. The chicken's head has to be cut off because insert flimsy ass reason here.
Only 90% of which are females. And a lot of people are trying to get rid of roosters, and a lot of them
It's like the Nuremberg trials.
a lot of them are going to bad places.
And I'm only following orders.
No, not only following orders. A lot of them are going to bad places like cockfighting and other stuff where they're... Why are you looking at me like that?
Sorry, avocado. I can tell that you're about to get sucked into the cockfighting racket. I have to cut your head off then. Yeah, I know. I could just let you loose in the forest right here in Newburyport and
That's
Georgetown.
also cruel. It could be killed by an
He could also live a long and fruitful life. No, that's wrong. The tractor beam from Lawrence, Massachusetts is going to suck the thing right in, and he's going to be cockfighting ring.
Are going to live a very sad and cruel life.
At least he's got a chance if he's cockfighting. Maybe he's got
lived,
chops.
He's lived an awesome life. He is well-fed.
You're a sick bastard, Alice. You're a Nazi. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No.
You're a Nazi. Yes,
No,
you
I'm
are.
not.
Why exist if you're them, really? They're a roaming people, really.
Fed. He's around all the hot chickens. He
Okay.
has.
Sicko. Has he seen tomorrow's schedule of events? Can you ask him how hot he
He's
thinks
not going to know.
how good he thinks his life
He's not going to know anything until it hits him. He's not going to know anything until it hits him.
And then what's he going to know?
Nothing, because he's going to be out. He's going to be done.
Okay, so
That's
in other
all
words,
the YouTube videos I've watched have reassured
so this is great.
Could have been Alice Vick.
Alice, yeah. Alice somehow has convinced herself that she's doing a benevolent, considerate thing for the very healthy, non-violent rooster.
Me. That even though the body keeps moving,
Okay,
after,
all right, Alice. People. Okay.
That they're actually dead. It's just a nervous system response.
Okay,
And
I'm
that
not going to
once
be within
it's
1,000 miles of this. So you're actually dead, avocado. No, it's just your nervous system. You passed a while ago. I can still effing feel it. I feel every single piece of pain. Oh, if
Once
whoever's
the deed
listening,
is done,
if you send me the address of your house. It's okay, avocado. You could have ended up in Lawrence. Be happy that you're billowing blood into the yard that you can see with your detached head. Join you for Bloody Marys tomorrow and just drink this away.
So he's in solitary confinement because he's not allowed to eat for the last 12 to 18 hours just to make things cleaner or whatever.
Alice Milosevic.
So he's in solitary confinement
because in other words, you're going to pluck him after he's shed his chicken coil, and you're going to then cook him and eat him.
Yes, I'm going to remove the internal organs.
Oh, jeez.
Cut off the oil gland.
Alice. Okay.
Remove the vent.
Don't talk to the... You're a sick bastard, Alice. Maybe you should be in chains in your little sex slave outfit. You're an animal, Alice. You're not a human. These people, how are you going to disembody this thing, Alice?
This is what people in real America do, Thomas. I'm homesteading.
Yes, I understand.
I'm homesteading.
There's a Stop and Shop a mile away, by the way. So I don't know what else has to die around here, but I would ask you to...
Chickens at the Stop and Shop live a much worse life than Avocado has lived. His final moments notwithstanding. They have lived a
I would take a poll among those chickens. How many hands, a show of wings here, how many people would have to have their throats cut in the yard and bleed out and watch it happen?
The chickens that are bred for meat live terrible lives. I won't. Well, if you want to know.
Thus, Avocado's head has to be cut off.
Okay, go ahead.
You are such a benevolent soul, Alice.
Very sad life. Avocado has lived a happy life.
Okay.
And he's not going to know what happens to him tomorrow.
No. Avocado's brain, Alice, is the size of a head of a pin. Lived a happy life. Well,
did.
I found it to be fulfilling, yes.
He did live a very happy life.
No. Okay, so then I can tell you all the times I saw him being apparently happy, he seemed to prefer having his head attached. I gleaned that from him, that was one of his preferences. You're going to eat him, so that makes it okay, right? Because it's
Yes, we're homesteading.
We're homesteading. Okay.
Right.
So how do things look for the other chickens?
Well, they're going to presumably start making eggs soon, which will pay their rent.
It'd behoove them to be on their best.
Yeah, they better start making eggs sooner. They're going to, I invested in the kill cone and everything, so I'm looking for a reason to use it now.
That won't pay itself off until we've killed at least a dozen more animals. Do the dogs fit in that thing, or are we just sticking to the chickens?
No, it's poultry only. Poultry only.
Okay. So are you at all apprehensive about murdering the bird tomorrow, or are you okay?
I mean, I'm a little nervous. I haven't done it before, but I have watched a lot of YouTube videos and read a lot of websites. And,
Sure have.
I've purchased the materials I need to, I think, do this in a way that won't make avocado suffer and in a way in which we can,
Purchase the materials I need. You're a sick war crimes bastard, Alice.
enjoy.
I will not be visiting that part of the property for the remainder of my days. The record show, by the way, that after that happened, the next sunny day, my oldest son said, "It smells like blood in that part of the lawn." It's great. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you.
Will you partake of the chicken dinner,
No.
which will happen in a few days?
I will not. I will not. My conscience will be clean. I know nothing of this.
But what do you think? Where do you think the chicken at the grocery store comes from? I just have to ask.
Wow, what mind games. Hard to fend this one off.
Because that's worse than what I'm going to do.
It is?
It is a lot worse. And you just...
The grocery store chickens have a tough life equals I have to rip the skull out of our pet hen.
He's not a hen, dude. He's a rooster. Hens are girls.
Hens have heads. Make noise.
You just... Is this the computer?
So this has been an interest.
And run a lot of websites, and which will happen in a few days.
I will not. My conscience will be clean. I actually spent that time. I know nothing of this.
But what do
Murder
you think?
with BB.
Where do you think the chicken at the grocery store comes from? I just have to ask. Because that's worse than what I'm going to do.
It is?
It is a lot worse.
That was over,
and you just don't know about it. So that makes it okay that your ignorance is bliss?
Yes. Yes, it makes it much okayer. By the way, people can follow me on... No, Pepper. Okay. Pepper?
The more things change.
Sorry, Pepper the dog tripped the wire. You sure her head won't fit in that thing? Okay. So, how did you even recall that particular show?
I just wanted to do that one. My thought is I do have some more cuts of old Burn Barrel things that I wanted to play that I thought were fun, but we do have the chat, and then we can jump and do the rest on the Patreon side. What do you think? Because we're at 38 minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. I'm going to go to the chat. Can I? Oh, there's no messages. There's messages. There are messages. There's a lot of messages. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Danny and Bill Ricker, that was 3 days ago, so we played that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2 days ago, Charlie from Ipswich, I believe, is the first one that's new.
Okay, here we
go. Hey, Tom and Alice.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
I had to call in because Alice had said something about she should never trust a man. She should go back and think about when she first became enamored with the great and powerful Tom.
Hey.
True.
Remember the host of that show?
Mm-hmm.
He had always said that all men are pigs and all women are crazy.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely
Maybe Tom should have gone back and listened to that too.
Correct.
Correct. As Charlie said,
it's absolutely 100% correct. All men are pigs.
Yes.
And all women are crazy.
All men are pigs or all women are crazy. A true enough platitude.
Maybe you should have listened to that too.
I don't get it. What's the...
Maybe because then you would have realized I was crazy.
Yeah, you are crazy.
Just saying. cautionary.
You are the. Forget it. I'm not gonna. I won't. The funny thing is that I come off looking like this weird, like sex trafficker. But that is not the story here. You are the aggressor in every single offensive category. You, when we started dating, sent me pictures of your little visage, Alice.
My visage?
Unsolicited. I had never had that before. I meet this 23-year-old, and I start immediately...
My visage? My face?
Yes, and then your body.
Not naked. No.
Pretty damn close to it.
No.
In lingerie?
Would we call that lingerie? It's a lot less revealing than the Santa thing.
No, it was not. I can find. I will find it. I will find it. I will send it out. Do I have permission to send all those out?
No, you don't have permission.
Why? They're very clean. They're a lot less than the Santa thing.
Well, I'll take a look and I'll let you know.
No, you've asked. No, I own all NFTs of 23-year-old Alice. I'm sending those out to get my revenge on you. What's it called when you get sexual
revenge porn?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
I wholeheartedly agree with both of you about Zelensky and what he was wearing in front of Congress, meeting with the president. Maybe better next time if he was wearing, I don't know, like $10 cargo pants from Walmart and a men's blouse.
Wait, what's the blouse? What is that supposed to mean exactly? Did I have a blouse on? wait, no, my Target, no, my Walmart, those are $10 shorts. Oh, those, it's so weird. Like I've said, it's like those $10 cargo pants from Walmart are exactly the same model I bought like 8 years ago. Exactly. They haven't changed.
You love them.
I kind of do. I kind of also just feel like ridiculous for it. Oh, I threw out so many fat clothes. I've been throwing out fat clothes. I am. You know what happens right after you throw out the fat clothes?
You get fat again.
You buy the fat clothes. And that's right. I'm coming back for you, JCPenney, in Danvers or Peabody. Expect me.
Listening to Tom on the radio show, and the guest said pastelli, some type of Puerto Rican food, and Tom's response was, sounds good, not knowing at all what it was. Could have been roadkill, could have been something that you'd find in a kitty litter box. For God's sakes, the man is ready to eat words. Please feed him something, Alice.
I know.
Something.
Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, that is over. I am done. I'm not done, but I'm in trouble with weight loss. The last 2 days, I've been rocking and rolling the, what have I been eating?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya. I made jambalaya my first time ever trying, and I made it. Unfortunately, Alice, I got a knack for this thing. This is like all of the late night stuff I've ever made. That's what jambalaya is. And with rice. And I've rocked it.
Well, they say in maintenance, 1 to 2 times a week. Yeah. You enjoy a moderately sized portion.
I've been rocking it. It's so good. God, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alice.
Hi.
Burt Reynolds here. Surprised I didn't make your Mount Rushmore. Not into the stash?
Not a mustache person, no.
You're not at all?
Mm.
You didn't know Burt Reynolds?
No.
He was good. He was so cool. Man, was he cool.
Every Christmas, my family sits around the dining room table and talks about something they're thankful for. So this year, I am thankful for the Burn Barrel podcast and Tom and Alice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining that Tim in Canton is very thankful for you for giving him something to do for an hour and a half while he avoids his family today. So, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
It's Christmas time, and I've yet to watch Invasion USA, starring the wonderful, multi-talented Chuck Norris. Is there any Christmas movies either you or Alice have yet to watch, even though it is Christmas?
Have yet to watch like this year?
We've seen like most of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
we haven't actually
did
watched.
talk about showing our kids Vacation, the Christmas Vacation. They haven't seen that.
Oh, they haven't. We should watch it
we
tonight.
Talked about
that's
yeah.
going to be tonight. We haven't actually watched. Hugh Grant, come on.
This year we haven't.
Right.
We've watched it a lot of times. I thought he meant yet to watch, like in general.
No, I don't think we've not watched one at all. I mean, does these guys even know about the trivia? What happened?
I don't think we. Yeah, no, I don't think that happened.
We
here.
screwed up. We got a trivia question wrong. We'll talk about that in the Patreon. Anyway.
Okay.
No, I mean it's Love Actually is probably our joint favorite, even though every scene with that chick
we both brought a Love Actually DVD to our marriage.
Yeah, what's that? The chick who should be cut out of it. Every scene with her and her messed up brother.
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney. Everything scene that she's in should be cut out. She should be incarcerated for 26 years for what a terrible job she did in that. She was awful, awful. Oh my goodness, awful.
Okay, third call of probably 10 today, but I can't help myself. So Tom thinks that Dana from Maine sounds exactly like Steve Robinson,
does.
S.E. Robinson.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
He does.
I don't
You
hear
have
it
Maine
either,
potatoes
so
in your
I
ears, but
agree.
this actually does explain the horrible, horrible impressions that he thinks he does very well. Now we have an answer.
No peek. No, my
I
beard.
actually, when I was going through old stuff, you have done that impression before.
Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Oh really? How much did you go? God, you're that he does. He does sound just like Steve. There's some kind of Maine accent or something that's going on. He does.
Hey, Alice, this
Oh.
is Jack Nicholson.
Hey, Jack.
I sure like that.
Alice, can I be honest? Like,
Yeah.
like you didn't really flag the last time you said this, but would you have sexual intercourse with Jack Nicholson?
In the hypothetical, like, what?
Alice, it's been 4 seconds without a no. You would
I like Jack
remove your
Nicholson.
clothes and be
Like, what age
fornicate-
Jack Nicholson? And am I married in the hypothetical?
What an interesting thing.
Because the Mount Rushmore is like
Alice,
Alice, Jack Nicholson in his
let's
prime,
not make it a
right?
threesome. Let's just make it a onesome.
Okay.
So you would, even though you're married,
No, not even though I'm married.
but
I'm
you won't
saying-
wear your. It's funny. She happily admits that she would declothe completely and be completely intimate with JackNicholson, even though she's married.
In
At
a
the same
hypothetical,
time,
not even
she
though I'm
won't
married, in a
wear
hypothetical
Party
where I'm
Center
not
USA
married.
costume of Mrs.
Not
Santa
married.
Claus. She won't pretend to be Mrs. Claus for 5 seconds on camera. Wow, what a good and virtuous person you are, Alice. Slut.
Let's talk to Jack, okay?
It's also alarming and concerning to me that it only is even more of a turn on. And that's not healthy, Alice. You can't have that. That's not good for relationships. It reminds me of like the Vegas cab driver show on Showtime from 20 years ago where he'd have like the swingers. I'm not a swinger. I don't want to share you with anybody else.
Uh-huh.
Why is that throaty?
I just
What is
agree.
What is
with
your
you.
thing exactly? What planet are you from where you're all virtuously, promiscuously, virtuously virgins and get around a lot, but not at all, and very shy and naked at the same time? What are you? What is your plan? And you murder chickens and pour the blood all over your naked bosom in some weird exercise. Getting back to nature.
That's not
yes,
accurate.
that is
That
what
is
you did in
not
the yard.
accurate.
Yes, it is.
Little Santa, Mrs. Claus outfit you put on. Real nice.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry to let. Could you wear it for him, Alice? Can you do that? You would, wouldn't you?
I told you I'd wear it for you.
That's okay. That's one's getting out of denial.
I told
So
you
you
I'd
would
wear it for
him.
you. If I were in a serious long-term relationship with
What?
Jack
Is
Nicholson.
that 10 minutes, Alice? Is that as long-term relationship as we were in before?
Also had fun at the Laker game. Hope to hear from you soon.
Alice? Anything to say to Jack?
No comment.
Not Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas, Jack.
There's nothing more endearing than a husband or wife who've been together for a while, especially after multiple kids, noticing something about their partner and pointing it out and how it is such a nice feature. That is truly lovely.
Like what?
But then to follow it up with, my teeth are like mahogany. Good God, man. Why don't you pour some of that Chelsea Wicked hot sauce on your teeth directly and go out backyard with that stick you've been gnawing on instead of a toothbrush, and maybe it'll get some of that mahogany off. Anyway, Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Tim. As
You do have
always.
nice teeth.
Merry
You do
Christmas.
look really nice, Alice. That is like you dress like a Scotch tape, but it's really pretty. It's attractive. It is. What? It's what's fun.
Scotch tape. Go ahead.
Open
Sorry.
your eyes when you laugh. Can
No. No. Do the shot.
Oh, hey, Burn Barrel. I will live, Burn Barrel. Oh.
Great James Stewart, as a matter of fact, Alice. I just thought of it the other day. I had this, you know what? I had pulled it out of Shattuck. You know when you're naked in the shower and you start giving a speech, like you're speaking truth to power, or you're like, you imagine you're speaking in front of a Senate hearing where you're really giving them I
do practice things I want to
say.
She
does. It's a weird, also sexy thing that she does, where her oratory gets really sharp while in the shower. I had this weird idea that I talked to Dana Carvey, and I was going through it. I said, you know what? I wanted to ask him about doing sprockets as James Stewart when the monkey bites him. He said, oh, son of a bitch bit me. Do you remember that one, Alice?
No.
You literally may not have been born.
I'd like to give my friend Justin the Hoosier some credit.
Hey.
He threw the bait out there, the racial draft or the Mount Rushmore of races or whatever.
Yeah.
And Tom took the bait,
It's true.
hook, line, and sinker.
That's exactly right.
And the best part is Alice did nothing to stop him.
Yeah.
She was going to let him keep floundering around until he eventually canceled himself. Well done, Justin.
There you go. I like the
camaraderie on the Shot Chat.
yes,
It's
the
really
holiday
nice.
attaboys. That's the kind of spirit. We need more of that, Alice, in the new millennium. Oh, sorry, Harlan. Let me get my thing. All right, guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on Patreon, stay there because we are going to come back with an extra Patreon segment. I do have some more old Burn Barrel clips that I do want to cover with Tom as we reminisce about the great times we've had. And you can find that.
Is it true that rumors have it that you will, in the Patreon, just for patrons, be modeling the outfit?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
And you can not see that at patreon.com/burnbarrel. So good luck finding
Way
that
to sell it,
won't
Alice. I
be
guess I'll
there.